is an interesting story. I sort of fell into state and local tax, actually.
Right.
I
So common.
Yeah, went to, I'm originally from Oklahoma, and I went to Oklahoma State University at undergrad, and I majored in accounting simply because I knew I wanted to go to law school, and I thought, "If I don't get in law school, I've gotta be able to get a job." And I know I can get a job in public accounting. So, I majored in accounting, had a great time at Oklahoma State, and then did get into law school and went to the University of Oklahoma and got my law degree. And while I was at the University of Oklahoma in the summer, the first semester, I was taking the intro to income tax class. And my professor was a fellow named Jeffrey Pennell, and he came into class one day in the summer and he goes, "Listen, there's an opportunity at the Internal Revenue Service for a paralegal specialist. You have to have a degree in accounting and you have to be enrolled in tax classes at the University of Oklahoma Law School. And so if anybody's interested, why don't you apply?" And so I applied, as did a good friend of mine, Andy Hartman, who is still a good friend. And we both were hired to work in the appeals office of the Oklahoma City District Office of the Internal Revenue Service.
Huh.
We were, it was called a paralegal specialist, but what we did is we worked with all of the appeals officers. So anything that was being appealed federally at the IRS level, we would write the reply to the protest. So like a protest to be filed, and the appeals officers, I was super impressed. They were all CPAs, they were all lawyers. A lot of them had LLMs. You think about these people working in the government, you think they're not qualified. These were brilliant people. And they didn't work very hard. I mean, we went in at 8, we were finished at 4:30. And so after that, I worked there for my second and third year of law school, 20 hours a week during the school year and full time during the summer. And then when I got out, having a degree in accounting, I was recruited by, all the public accounting firms. And so I went directly from OU Law School to Arthur Young. We'll have a little history lesson here back when there was a big 8. Christine,
Mhm.
know about that, Christine, when there was a big 8, but there were 8.
I was big 8. Okay, I'm 30 years, so
Yeah.
yes, big
Uh,
8. I was, like, even thinking it might have been big 12, like, I can't,
Yeah, no, big 8. And so I went to Arthur Young and, with an advanced degree, did pretty well, got promoted early, and then the oil bust came. It was in the 80s, and, Arthur Young lost almost all of its clients, all of its oil and gas drilling funds, all this stuff. It was, like, desolate, and so I got laid off. And as did a lot of other people who had advanced degrees. They were all like, "You know what? You can get another job. You've got a law degree. Don't worry about it." So I went to work for the Oklahoma Tax Commission and in the general counsel's office there in Oklahoma City. And there's a general counsel and 7 assistant general counsels. So I was one of those 7 and did litigation for the state and represented the income tax division, sales and use tax division, and did all the hearings before the administrative law judges there.